So meditation is to understand the depths of time and, as we have laid the foundation from the very beginning of our talks, which is to deal with daily life, where there must be total order, not disorder. We talked about it the other day. That is, you have to bring about order in your house, not only in the physical house, but the house in which you live, inwardly. Complete order, which means no fear. It's fear that creates disorder. Attachment creates disorder. I have built something, I'm attached to that. I've invented something, it's mine. So the brain, having established order, a sense of total freedom from self-centered activity, which is much more difficult to have, has to be gone into, which we did all along. This is, the talks are to point out our self-centered activity. And therefore that activity is limited and very small. So meditation when there is order, it becomes extraordinarily quiet. And to observe, to perceive something totally is not possible when there is confusion. So, the brain can perceive something totally when it is absolutely quiet. Are we doing this? Our brain is never quiet, as we said at the beginning of the talk. It's always chattering. It's always occupied with something or other. And so the brain becomes mechanical, limited, creates friction in it with itself, and so there is never the quality of absolute tranquility and silence. When you look at those mountains and those clouds, your brain must be quiet to appreciate the beauty of it. But if you are chattering all the time, talking, never looking, then you do not see the full depth of the beauty of a mountain or the cloud with an evening light on it. So, logically and sanely, the brain needs absolute quietness. Then, what is creation and what is invention? You understand? Religion is this creation, not invention. Invention is the accumulated thought in which there is a gap and then something new is discovered. But it's still within the realm of thought. Right? I don't know if I've discussed this matter, or the speaker has discussed this matter with scientists and specialists and so on. What is creation? Not only the creation of a baby, from the cellular and all the rest of it, but much more beyond all that. What is creation? Not who created. You understand? If you say it's God, then it's finished. Your God and my God and Muslim God and Hindu God and your own particular pet God. That's an easy way of explanation, and most people are satisfied with it. But if you shake away all that, slow it off, then what is creation? Is it born of knowledge? If it is born of knowledge, it's not creation, because knowledge is limited, right? Because we're adding more and more and more knowledge. Where there is more, there is limitation, right? Which means measurement. The more, the better is a measurement. So where there is knowledge, there is invention. And creation is not related to knowledge. Therefore, all the paintings of the world they think are great creations are the activity of thought directed in different directions. Great artists, great poetry, marvelous music. It's all the activity of thought and so on. I don't have to go into all that. So creation. That is religion. You understand? A mind that has, a brain that has knowledge where it is necessary. In the physical world, writing, talking, driving, and so on. And knowledge has no place in the psychological world. Because knowledge is limited, and therefore creating division, conflict, and all the rest of it. When you say, I know my wife, you have already destroyed your wife. You understand this? Aren't you shocked by this? Because then your relationship with another is based on knowledge, which is thought. A thought is not love. All your desires, appetites, sensations are not thought, are thought. And therefore it's not love. Where there is love, there is compassion. Compassion is not, cannot come into being when there is no total freedom. If I'm attached to my culture, to my tradition, to my religion as a Hindu, it's just I talk about compassion is childish. Where there's compassion, there is intelligence. That's it. And that intelligence is supreme. It's not yours, some speakers or somebody else. It's intelligence. And in that intelligence, there is absolute security. And nowhere else. And so religion, meditation, is free of knowledge. And therefore, the religious brain is creating, is in a state of creation. Understand all this? Even logically, intellectually see this. If you really understand it, it is something that will totally revolutionize our daily life. We will be the beginning of a new religion, which is nothing to do with present religions. That is creation. Sorry.